Hello and welcome back to my channel, where I am playing through Baldur's Gate 3 today. And in this particular case, we are currently standing in the Emerald Grove. It's a place we managed to get to in the last episode, and that was after dying, I think, once in the previous episode, and then dealing with a fight at the gates that led you into here. I've already taken care of some of the preliminary discussions that I needed to deal with respect to some of the NPCs in the previous episode. So today, what I want to do is investigate this area over here, and then I think down here is where the Emerald Grove is. There seems to be a path that leads down here from the looks. I can just see it here. And talk to the priestess, I think, Kagda, or whoever it was. Save the refugees. Kaga. And see if we can't make arrangements for the refugees there. So let's go ahead and get started with that particular process.
These birds have seen everything.
Why does it do that? Oh, it must have auto-saved.
Our futures.
No, you just care about your stupid
Okay,
apprenticeship.
Cure?
Take that back. Right now.
Huh. I'm starting to wonder if some of these lead to hidden quests or something.
Refugees, adventurers, no one in years, and suddenly we're overwhelmed. Well met. And thank you for beating back those goblins. Most brave of you. Is there anything you need? Act fast if you do. The ritual will be complete before too long. I know it's drastic, but more monsters seem to terrorize this region every day. We druids will be safe. As for those that took refuge here, well, may Sylvanas guard them as they continue their travels. As I said, it's a drastic measure, but the survival of the Grove is paramount. There just aren't enough supplies to support everyone. I pray no goblin arrow has grazed you. Nettie could put you to rights. She should be with the others in the inner chambers, but I doubt she'll be taking on new patients. The Grove will be locked down soon. Just some bits and bobs I no longer need.
Have a look to see what he has. Oh, you can dye things, apparently. Maybe I'll look into that in a little bit. Missile snaring, okay. That. Not yet, anyway. Although I'm not certain if the Grove will actually be here.
Please. I won't leave them behind.
You're going to get us killed.
Ah, it's a longbow. Why does the longbow and the short bow in this game have the same range? That seems dumb. I think I'm going to see if I can't purchase this. It's not too bad. It's 260. Oh, really? You gotta drag everything over? No shift click. Okay, so you can't shift click. That is annoying. What else? The mug. I'm not sure what these are used for, if at all. Let's see. Oh. Wow, really? So you can't take inventory from others and add it to here. Oh, that's dumb. Okay.
No, you just care about your stupid apprenticeship.
Take that
And they're probably not going to deal with any negotiation. Alright. Let's sell off the things I'm not using. Given him a longsword. He's only able to attack once anyway, so it didn't make any sense. Otherwise, yeah, one's up there.
We don't even know these people.
That should just be a couple of coins.
Of course it does. You
Yeah.
choose strangers over us?
Okay.
Sylvanas, guide your
Look what I
path.
said.
Can we stop shouting?
Let's see if we can't
No?
deal with this conversation.
This is no fault.
Hells! We can't just leave. They're kin!
I'll not gamble our lives, our futures, on people who are as good as dead. We must leave for Baldur's Gate at once.
Can we all just take a moment, please?
What's the point in blazing spells if we don't bloody use them? We should stay! These people aren't fighters. We can help!
Or yell louder. That's fine too.
What? The dangers of overpriced taverns and muddy streets? I think I'll take that risk.
The city's not going anywhere. I'm staying. We're needed here.
Zerg! Fine. We'll stay. If we survive, it'll make for a good story, I suppose.
Thank you, Roland.
Wonder it was who?
Die if I met the Roican
Yeah.
reeking of this
Okay.
place. I'll never get the smell out of my clothes.
We'll go down there in a moment. Let's see what's over here. Oh, there's someone up here. How do you get there? Go round? Climb? Nope. Now, before everyone panics, I do typically like to talk to everybody. I wonder if that's Elminster. Oh, Elman, okay.
Don't be grumpy, Roland. We'll get to the city soon.
I am not grumpy.
Take that without issue.
You're an idiot.
We've
As I
known
was-
enough grief this 10-day traveller. Don't be the cause of more.
As I was saying, I generally like to talk to pretty much everybody. It's sometimes pretty good to get a lot of the quests. And you find quests that you don't necessarily expect to find.
Damn goblins!
Oh, I was just gonna let it fall off, stick it in my satchel. Ain't letting anyone here near me. They all sat and watched while Zevlor near got us killed. Oh, very gracious of you. We expected a soft job. Something to test the new lad, maybe, but not a bloody goblin nest. Most would have turned tail at the sight, but not Liam, no. He charged him, the stupid bastard. Nah. He must have thought we were following. Always the optimist was Liam. Hope they cut him down quick before he saw we were gone.
So you all ran.
Very well.
Good to be back behind the walls, have to say. For as long as that lasts.
If it ain't the fearless Goblin Slayer, you sure you want to be seen with me? I ain't exactly popular with this lot. Half my crew are full of holes. Now I'm gonna take the blame for leading the goblins here, and losing track of the bloody druid. They chased us, all the way from the ruins we were poking around in. Aye. His name's Halsin. And if he's still alive, he'll be cursing the day he laid eyes on me. We've got a contract to track down some relic, and he wanted in on the job. Eyes lit up when he heard about it. Didn't work out, though. Goblins got him when we were turning tail. He's either digging latrines or boiling in a cookpot by now. Job's all yours, if you got a death wish. There's a wizard in Baldur's Gate that'll pay gobloads for a relic, supposedly buried round these parts. But gold ain't any use if you're too cold to spend it. If I knew that, I wouldn't be back here, with half my crew gone. But look, if you're itching to meet Kellenvor, I won't stop you. It's called the Night Song. Supposed to be hidden under the temple where the goblins jumped us. I'd give you the map and wish you a happy funeral, but my mate Brian kept hold of it like his own todger. Goblins made sure to the fat old chunk. All I've got's the contract. It'll show you where we turn back, if you feel like dying. Don't thank me. I'll be well on my way to Baldur's Gate when you die.
Okay. Another book. A couple.
I already told you I don't have it. How
Books also can sometimes give you hidden locations, I think. Or at least they have in other games.
depends. How many people are dumb enough to ask?
By Larian.
True.
I'm hoping that all these books go into a journal entry so you don't have to go back and find them later.
And we'll have a dog, right?
They don't allow them in Baldur's Gate. Cats, though?
A little orange cat. And a house with a little door so that it can come and go as it pleases.
And a high fence to keep eavesdroppers out. No bother. We're just daydreaming anyhow.
What about you? Big plans for when you get to the city? I think I've heard of that place. Something about a stuffed dragon's head in one of the dining rooms. It's settled, Dennis. You, me, and the Elf Song Tavern, first thing when we arrive. If we see you there, we'll get you a pint. For your finder's fee.
Okay, so no quest from them.
Get back, kid.
I already told you I don't have it. How stupid are you?
What's going on here?
Only gonna ask you one more time, boy. Hand over my locket.
I don't have your ugly locket. I've never seen it before.
Hand it over or I'll slap the teeth out of your head.
Do it, you gutless stink sack! Ah!
Knew it. Bloody well knew it.
What's happening here? And both of you thought striking a child was a suitable punishment?
If his parents won't do it, I will.
He's an orphan. How'd you like it if I struck you?
You raise a hand to me, it'd a better of steel in it.
This needs a high score. Oh, I got it. My first charisma pass. Up until now, I think I've been failing all these.
You're not wrong. I wish you were. Child, learn your lesson and be grateful. And you, get out of my sight!
Could have been ugly really, really quickly. Could have turned ugly, I mean.
Die if I met a Roic and reeking of this place.
Me and Roland would never admit it, but they take an arrow for the other. Also stab each other. Not sure what'll come first. Thanks for cutting in. There might have been more than words if you hadn't.
You! Saw you fighting those slimy bastards. Fancy a bowl? Best to fill your belly now, while we still can.
Interesting. interesting. Be polite.
Look, it ain't much, but it might make all the difference. The only way we'll make it to Baldur's Gate is to run, and run hard. If a gnoll catches your scent, you'll need every bit of strength. Trust me.
Rule.
Don't be grumpy, Roland. We'll get to the
Books
city
here.
soon.
I am not grumpy.
The scowl on your face will find the trouble.
One there, though.
You're an idiot.
Trader has no problem with you inspecting these goods, so long as you're willing to pay for them.
Is that what that book was that I picked up? I wonder. Do I got anything here I can trade back? I don't even have enough. Yeah, I got enough coin. Rope keys can probably be useful. Bone I probably don't need. I'm not gonna worry about it.
We're exposed now.
Yeah, that's what it is too.
Ah, if it isn't the talk of the camp. Thank goodness you came along when you... Oh. There isn't a bit of colour in those cheeks, Petal. Are you hurt? Cold? Feverish? Auntie Ethel will sort you out. I've lotions and potions galore. Oh, nothing as fancy as that. But I come from a long line of women with a dab hand at such things. Aha! You take a sup at that and you'll feel right as rain, sweetie. Well, that depends. What's wrong, lovey? Oh, I've seen it all. I once had a fella who'd been caught dabbling with a dryad. The wife was none too pleased and introduced him to a pot of boiling oil. But worry not. I fixed him up, and depending on the lighting, he looks good as new.
Depending
My
on the
point
lighting.
is, whatever ails you, I promise I've seen worse. What is it, Petal? What's wrong?
As you recount your adventure, Auntie Ethel nods along, her eyes wide.
You poor pet! My heart goes out to you, truly. I see no sign of a tentacle yet, but that could change in an instant. You need help. Serious help. I've ne'er a potion or lotion here that could do it, but... yes, I may have something at home. I've collected some interesting bits and bobs over the years. You'll have to stop by my house, just at the edge of the forest. Let me mark it on your map. I'll be heading back soon, so I can meet you there. Now, do you need anything? I have a few odds and ends for sale. Hey, bother.
Funny that book's not there anymore. Camp supplies.
How long until Roland shows
Couple
off his
potions of
thunder
healing. That's a greater potion of healing.
How many people are dumb enough to ask?
Okay, so she has given me one.
Be
I'm not gonna worry about
careful
it.
on the road. I'd hate if something happened to you. Take care, Becky.
Or I forget. Let me do this.
Can't afford to stay idle.
Still alive, so that's progress.
Can't read that.
Trader has no problem with you inspecting these goods, so long as you're willing to pay for them.
That's fine.
Should mind my step.
Don't need to get every book. Ugly.
Thanks for
Over
fighting
here.
off those goblins. If you need to replace any gear, just ask. My selection's pretty slim. I had to leave most of my equipment in Elturel. Of sorts. Used to be a bread and butter tinsmith before Elturel fell into Avernus. These days, my talents are more eclectic. Learned a lot in my time in the Hells. Hope to forget most of it. But between you and me, there's nothing in all the realms like the utter power of infernal machinery. Alas, my offerings are far more humble these days.
He's got a few things. A little bit of gold. We'll probably come here, bringing all that other stuff from camp. Metallic boots that give an athletics +1. Interesting. I always thought metallic things usually subtracted stuff like that unless they were magical, so those must be magical in some way or very fine crafting. And if he calls that not good construction, then he's really able to produce some good stuff.
You're an idiot.
Alright, I don't see anything here. I still find it weird that short bows and long bows have the same range, but anyway. Nothing I can afford anyway. What's up here? Is there anyone else?
How long do you think we've got before the goblins come?
Oh, okay, that's just that corner. What's through here?
Goblins, druids. This grove is a death trap. Grab what you can and get out. That's my advice.
You ain't gonna shoot me. Your hands are shaking.
Put it down. She can't fight back.
That's the point. Get out of the way.
She didn't kill your brother, Arca. You're better than this.
Shoot before you lose your nerve, Tiefling. If you ever had it to begin with. Looks like the Absolute sent me a protector. You gonna kill her too?
You move.
Dope. I don't know why when you fail it takes so long.
Stop it! Get out of my head!
I'm gonna buy
Oh, that's not what I wanted.
kids, and your birdies, and your dogs.
Really didn't want to aggress this, but oh well.
Let me out, you bunch of softies!
Ow. Okay, you have slightly more hit points. I'm gonna kill
You're
this
gonna be
person first.
sorry! Every last one of you!
One can't always be a gentleman.
Let's see.
Of course.
Here. Here is... There you are. Okay.
Oh, you thieves are all boring! Even your cages!
Need to stay focused. Have to keep going.
Why not?
I'm gonna bite the heads off your kids, and your birdies, and your dogs!
Okay, so I can't move any further. Tieflings, I think, are resistant to fire, but that's all I got. Besides weapons. Alright.
bunch of softies! You're gonna be sorry!
Really not the outcome I wanted, but... not much I could have done.
Tiring business, isn't it? All this traveling and adventuring. Why don't we take a little break, hmm? Allow ourselves a few moments of rest? Gives me a chance to talk to you about something, well, rather important. We've been on the road together for a while now, haven't we? Hmm? Survived some perils, overcame some obstacles. Ever since you were kind enough to free me from that stone, I've seen you demonstrate remarkable guile and courage. The way you diffused the tension between Zevlor and Aradin. The way you stood in front of a crossbow to prevent a murder. In short, I've grown to trust you. The reason I make a point of saying this is that I've grown confident enough to tell you something I've yet to tell another living soul. Except for my cat. You see, I have this condition. Very different from the parasite we share, but just as deadly. Thank you for the offer. But the treatment for my condition is very specific. What it comes down to is this. Every so often, I need to get my hands on a powerful magical item and absorb the weave inside. Oh, staffs, tomes, cowls. The form doesn't matter, so long as it's brimming with weave. It's been days since I last consumed an artifact, since before we were abducted. It's only a matter of time before my craving returns. That is why I turn to you. I need you to help me find magic items to consume. It is vital. Dare I say it? Critical.
Okay, so it's his way of telling us not to throw anything magical out or selling it off.
You have my
Benefit of the
thanks.
doubt.
And fear not. Your implicit trust is well placed and will be rewarded with any and all means at my disposal. I'm sure we won't have to look very far to find what I need. Faerun overflows with magic-infused treasure. As do our packs, as a matter of fact. We've such an item already in our possession. Primed for the moment the need arises. I hope I can count on you.
There's too much of a grin on his face when he says that. Okay, suppose I should deal with the leveling. I don't want beast mess. Boomsucker. I think I'm gonna go with Gloomstalker. Hail of Thorns. Yeah, alright. Stick with that. Now you're level 3. Did you pick for... Oh, right. Level 3 means you now have access to these for a cleric. Okay, good. So we do have that already. Those two. Less that. Do we still have... That's a cantrip anyway, guidance. I think I'll stick with that. Okay. What about you? So, Arcane Trickster, rather, gives you some magical abilities. And just really, yeah, we'll go with the Arcane Trickster. Shocking Grasp. Light. I think there are a couple people in the party that can't see all that well. Sleep. Go with Tasha's. And Magic Missile. Gain 2 spells. Alright, so level 2 is now unlocked. Definitely gonna go with knock. There might be a couple of times where we'll need something like that. I'm gonna go with acid arrow. And what have we got prepared? They're all level 1. Don't really use grease. Pull that out. Wave. Not really using that. We'll add that. Alright. Okay, can we talk to her?
What's up for discussion?
Ain't sure why you killed that soft ass to protect me. Don't care neither.
It's too late to make friends, warg meat. My tribe's coming.
They're gonna burn this pretty place for the glory of the Absolute and hang you by your guts. Yeah? How many were there? 4? We got more than you can handle. And our priestess keeps us fighting, even if someone sticks a few holes in us. Got a whole lab set up, cooks up potions that fix our lads, no matter how much of a beating they take. Could probably stick your head back on if someone was to chop it off. Mighty booyog.
I'm not saying we should trust a goblin, but she sounds very useful.
Get me out of here, and I'll tell you where to find her. Deal?
Not really a fan of goblins, but useful information.
Then hurry up and do it. My tribe ain't as friendly as I am. Oh, you thieves are all boring. Even you...
I already met your friend. You here to get me out of here?
Well, hurry up. I got all the time in the world. You don't.
Someone there?
I'm gonna bite the heads off your kids, and your birdies, and your dogs.
I need a 10. Yeah, there we go.
Thieves everywhere.
All's well that ends.
Ready to go meet my tribe? Just say the word. We're burning her name across the face of the world, we are. The Absolute is gold from the sky, she is. The blessing in the storm and the storm itself.
Sounds painful.
The power of the Absolute, of course. Priestess Gut will tell you all about her and get you branded. You won't believe what you can do once you've got the blessing of the Absolute.
I'm gonna leave that there.
How much farther can I go?
Oop. Let's take a look at the rest of the area here.
You're all heroes.
What's going on here?
This is no fortress, and we're no.
Step, Harry, strike, damn it! It's just not landing. Nothing but. Goblins in the wild, out for blood, and the druids in here looking to kick us out. Or worse. We need to be ready for a fight. But I'm useless with a sword.
See if I can get any insight as to what's going on here. Nice.
He was only a boy. And I
Tadpole's coming in handy.
just froze while the wall tore his head clean off. Never again. You're right. I need to clear my head. And step, parry, step, step, swing. Yes! You really know what you're doing. Found this by the road. Bet you'll put it to good use. Oh, yes. I'll bite my tongue when the time comes. Hopefully, it's just the goblins we have to worry about. The druids are treating us like vermin. But I'll keep at it. Thank you.
The Blade of Frontiers. What a thrill for the children.
They're tough kids. Smart, too. The future's in good hands.
Roland shows off his thunder wave.
Go on. Give me a best shot. Not bad. Again.
I can't do it. I'm not like you.
Umi, I don't need you to be like me. You just have to buy enough time to run. Come on. I believe in you. You can do this.
You're on the right path, Umi. Go on now. Practice what you've learned.
Well met. The Blade of Frontiers at your...
The man's smile bends downward, and his thoughts become yours. You are the Blade of Frontiers, racing through the wastes of Avernus. Just ahead, a diabolical figure, red skin, single curled horn, blazes with flame, bloodied great axe held.
Hell's great fires. You were on the ship.
Doomed to shed our skin and become a lithid, or so the stories go. But we haven't sprouted any tentacles. Not yet, anyway. Could just be good luck. I'm not so...
Your minds collide once more. Will chases the fiend ignited with rancor. She is an infernal war devil. A threat to the living. Evil incarnate.
Shit! You saw her.
Advocatus Diaboli.
Advocatus Diaboli. A devil's advocate. A champion in the blood war between diabolical forces and demons.
That ship sailed the Styx already. All I can hope for is to limit the damage. Her name is Karlach, an archdevil soldier I swore on my good eye to kill. I tracked her through the hells to the Mind Flayer ship, but the damned Illithids infected me before I could end her. She's out there now, preying on the innocent. I don't kill her, she'll leave behind nothing but a trail of corpses.
Was it just me, or was there a difference in the audio quality and even slightly with the voice?
An excellent suggestion, but your party's full up. Still, when the time comes, call for the blade. I won't be long to answer. A splendid plan. We'll talk more there.
I saw you at the gates. You fight well. A few words for the kids? Spare a story or two. It's that, or teach them to beg for their lives.
Fair point.
The goblins will chase us to Baldur's Gate, and these kids know it. A warrior like you could lift their spirits. Thanks. I prefer when they smile.
Never get the smell out of my clothes.
All right. There's a book here.
Step, swing, parry, swing. One more time.
No helping it. We're exposed now.
Can't keep the goblins out forever. This is no fortress, no warriors.
I swear the Ox's gaze is following me.
What's that?
Ox's gaze? What is this? A pouch.
This place is a bloody death trap, not a sanctuary. You should clear off while you can.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Blast. Even with guidance, still failed. You only get the one chance. Yep. What if I use a different person?
Let's see what's to be said.
Oh. So you can. That'll work.
Something's off. This creature isn't what it appears to be.
Now can I talk to it? No. What about you? Can you talk to it? No.
Still breathing, despite everything. I have something to ask.
He stares right past you, as if you're invisible. Or boring.
Mm-hmm.
He's still staring right past you. You see nothing out of the ordinary.
He's not going to be there when I turn
When you
around.
turn back, there's no trace of the child.
gloves. These don't look like they're stealing things.
Can't slow down.
That's an odd way to get down there. Where's my resident thief?
Easy.
Oh, that's gonna be a fail. Try one more. And add that this time. I think that got it. All that for 5 gold. That seems lame.
Best get going.
Hold out your hand, lady. Let me show you something. Go on. Take this ring. It's lucky. Call it. Heads or tails. Heads it is. See? That's the kind of luck you get from one of my lucky rings. I've got more where that came from. Real cheap, too. Interested?
Nah, this feels like a scam to me. I'm not gonna get into that. We'll come back to that later.
Please, let us through.
Let my daughter go right now!
She's a thief, hellspawn. And you will wait for Korga's judgment. Now get back!
Oh! Let me through, Mragrasham, or I'll rip your damn throat out!
I want to have a word.
Lives are at stake, and the cowards only care about their bloody rituals.
Thing's over.
We need to get Arabella out, now!
You heard the guards. They're waiting on Korga to give word.
I'd sooner trek through the 9 hells than trust that snake! Ugh!
Arabella tried to steal their idol. Druids lost their damn minds about it. They need it for their precious ritual.
Oh, it's all my fault. I told her I wished the wretched thing would just disappear, or better yet, explode.
Now Arabella's being judged by a bunch of druids who hate us. That's not right.
Sounds like she made the fatal mistake of getting caught. We shouldn't get involved.
Thank you. They won't give us the time of day.
Hurry! I'm at the end of my tether as is. Can't take this waiting.
We could help each other. Fight the goblins together. Instead, these fools are trying to chase us away.
Those dirt kissers would let us die for the sake of their bloody grove.
Keep their confidence if you insist.
Calm, Magrin. Give her a chance.
You, get back! No, and you'll find trouble all the same unless you get out of my sight.
A moment, Giona.
What? Oh, I understand. You. Apparently Korga wants to see you. Go ahead.
Where is there an R in that name? Everyone seems to be pronouncing it as if there's an R there. Oh, is that who I think it is over here?
Would that we could speak freely, my Ursheim friend. Alas, I've never learned to converse with.
Well, they're keeping that tradition alive.
Ah, my good friend. You were at the gates just now, no? When the goblins came? You saw them up close? A few questions, if you please. There's no overstating my interest. Glory. Now then, how would you describe that particular batch of goblins? Size, nature, distinguishing qualities?
You search your mind, but remember nothing useful about goblin social order or behavior.
Goblins were of a rare, jam-colored hue and wielded magic blowguns. And the dragon they had marching in the rear, was it of the brass or silver variety?
Aren't both of those good dragons?
The truth, my friend. Not a jot more or less. Last question, then you'll be quite free. Did the attackers rally to the absolute when they fell upon the gates? They did, didn't they? Oh, curious. Oh, curious indeed. I've interrogated one, a captive in this very camp. She reports they've abandoned their god Maglabiet in favor of someone called the Absolute. The scandal! Never you mind. I'm on my way to their camp as we speak. I always knew my studies in Gukliak would come to some use.
He's so gonna get captured.
Never you mind. Who needs mercy when you've a quick tongue, hmm? And an invisibility potion stashed in your back pocket?
Until we meet again.
At the rate that you tend to forget things, Volo, chances are you're going to forget to use that potion. This must be the ritual.
Ah, my grizzled friend. What can you tell me about this place?
I think I can take this. Yep.
Yes, I see. And is that with
By Sylvanus, the old oak, all death begets life.
The door. Find it funny we can talk to the animals. Anything useful back here? Things we can steal, which I don't want to do. We can lift that bear up, I guess. I'm not touching that bear just yet.
Speak. I would prefer not to. But if Master Halsin does not return, Korga will give the order, and my voice will not matter. Find Nettie in her room, through the carved door, deeper in the grove. The bird knows. She needs to know. You do not.
It's a cantrip. Why not use it? Ooh.
Forgive me. It is not you I fear. It is my brethren. More follow Korga every day. They are afraid, and she offers a simple solution. Eject the refugees, and we will be safe. A druid and an outsider. We can do nothing without turning the others against us. Only Master Halsin can stop this. I pray my bird returns with news of him. If not, I fear for my people.
Ah, she sent the bird out on a reconnaissance mission.
By Sylvanus, the Forest Father, we are granted balance.
Alright, through this door.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Glad my dad's not here. He hates snakes.
Please. I'm sorry.
This is madness, Korga. She's just a...
A what, Wrath? A thief? A poison? A threat? I will imprison the devil. And I will cast out every stranger. Girl. You mean parasite?
She eats our food, drinks our water, then steals our most holy idol in thanks.
Wrath, lock her up. She remains here until the rite is complete. And keep still, devil. Tila is restless.
Come, Korga. We took back the idol. Surely...
Do it.
See if there's anything I can find that would help. Oh, that's gonna be bad. He's not gonna like that.
You intrude on the circle. You intrude on my mind. More proof that outsiders must never be trusted.
The snake's hiss of approval reveals its intentions. Should the child struggle, it is poised to strike.
Fair words. Child, take to the others word of my grace. Sif, Tila, to me.
It hurts.
Thank you, Korga. Master Halsin...
Halsin isn't here. Keep his name off your tongue, lest Tila pierce it.
She's on a power trip. Holy crap. Alright, so she wanted to talk to me. Should I talk to others first? Oh, you guys have some
that
things
woman
to say.
has more venom in her heart than a snake in its fangs. But at least the child is safe. What is youth if not a time to be forgiven for one's transgressions? Couldn't agree more. The girl wasn't innocent, but that doesn't mean she was guilty.
I know that look. You're wondering why I was in pain before. Let's just clear the air about that now. It's just an old wound that hurts me from time to time. Nothing to be concerned about. It's nothing to do with the tadpoles, at least, in case your imagination is in danger of getting away from you. It's just something I have to live with. Quite a lot, if I'm being honest. But it always passes quickly, so I can manage. Positive. You can trust me on that.
Her name is a clue. That symbol on her breastplate there. She may be a cleric, but I'm suspecting she's a worshipper of Shar. And these are camp-specific questions. I want to deal with that there. Ah, it's this wolf that sent her off. Okay.
You did well to speak up for the girl. That snake is fickle. A tragedy prevented. Well seen. Well spotted. We've let a snake replace our leader. Master Halsin. Perhaps goblin called, perhaps dead. He'd set Mistress Korga back in line. Hold her to task, stop this damned ritual. More will die if the rite is finished. So many more, sent into a world gone mad.
Would you? I would give anything to see Halsin return home. Sylvanus' blessing upon you, and my gratitude as well. Halsin is an elf with the presence of a bear. He left west with the adventurers. You won't mistake the first druid for anyone else.
Thorv's fur bristles. He wants to jump, wants to bite. His eyes dart back and forth as he sniffs the air. He can't see them anymore, but he can smell them. Many, many strangers. His ears twitch as he lowers his head down into your lap.
That's a big wolf.
Please leave. Our hospitality has limits, and they were crossed long ago.
Okay, he's not a happy person. Really didn't want to walk across that, but...
This will all be over. The ritual's almost finished.
Temple
What if
of
they tried to
Shah.
steal from us?
Where?
The game.
What's this
We've
about
shown
a
them
curse?
once. We take Grove law seriously.
By letting that child escape without consequence. We might as well have lain on the ground and let them trample us. What will the tieflings want next? Letting the Hellchild go was a mistake.
Okay.
Go on. Say it. You think I'm a monster?
No, I think you're dumb.
Yes, you would say so. I know your kind. You see only villains and victims. A viper bears her fangs defending her brood. I call her mother. You call her monster. No matter. I took back the idol of Sylvanus, and the rite is resumed. We will seal the grove, free from harm, free of intruders. The rite of thorns. It is the Tree Father's gift that none come to harm. When we speak the final prayer, the great vine will sprout forth. The grove will be cloaked in bramble and thorn. No one enters, no one leaves. Sanctuary. None of this can happen while Outlanders infect us. Sylvanus demands that we choke them out. And mine perish if he stays. You showed great mettle at the gate. The mettle of a skilled sword for hire. I want you to provide your services to Zevlor. Offer to guide the Outlanders out of the grove. I'm sure they'll reward you well. They're to be gone before final prayer. If they are not, the Viper must strike.
You are an angry woman. Holy crap.
You will do more than speak. This tale ends but one way. With the Outlander rot cleansed, and the grove forever shrouded.
run off.
She's a child.
A devil child. One who tried to steal from us.
Yet she failed. That's what matters.
This is Union plaque. That would be... I gotta go find Nettle.
Darkest hour, a concord made, twixt harp and wild against the shade. Harp and wild. You recall
Harpers.
stories of an alliance between druids and the Harpers, but the details are vague. The towers seized, the battle done. The moonrise broke the darkest one. You recognize the mark of the dark goddess Shar on the broken helmet. This army marched in her name.
So many dead. Sent to the Night Singer's embrace.
Moonrise must be a reference to Shar's divine sister, Saluna.
We take Grove law seriously.
By letting that child escape without consequence. We might as well have lain on the ground and let them trample us.
Who's this? Eddie.
They did a number on you, didn't they? Does that... I see you. Just give me a moment.
Blue Jay.
A moment. This medicat. There. It's up to her now. Life or death. Now, what was it you needed? You found her, but I still don't know what she can do for you. Why are you asking? A tadpole. A mind flayer tadpole. That's a serious condition. Come, follow me. I might be able to help. We need to be quick.
Might
This
be
way.
able to, huh? Why does this feel like a prison?
There's something in that vessel. Take a...
This one had the same problem as you. Attacked us in the woods together with some goblins. Tadpole crawled out of his head soon after. Seems so. Gave Master Halsin a right start. It's why he joined the adventurers on their expedition. To find out what was happening. A pity you got me instead of him. He understands these things. Studied them. Still, we have options. You don't have to be here for this.
I'm interested in the procedure, actually. Please, go ahead.
All right. Let's see what we can do.
You gonna hit me or stab me with that plant?
Of course. Now, tell me what's been happening. Any symptoms? Strange events? Protected from on high. Sounds like the drow. Master Halsin said he was tougher than he had any right to be. How'd you pick up the parasite? Halsin was desperate to find where all this was happening. A mind flayer ship? But Master Halsin was sure. Look, you've been straight with me, so I'll be straight with you. You're dangerous. If you transform here, we're all dead. But you seem like a good soul. You deserve a chance to save yourself. This is a vial of wyvern poison. Swear to me, you'll swallow it if you feel any symptoms. The thorn?
coated in a fatal toxin. It was a last resort, in case I couldn't trust you. I don't have a cure. Only a way out. I'm sorry for misleading you, but I had to be sure you weren't a threat before I told you everything. Now, do I have your word or not? I hope it doesn't come to that, but thank you. Here. You know, I've spent my life treating folk and never once saw a mind flayer infection. Then suddenly, there's dozens of you. Maybe more. Master Halsin and I were tracking them, studying them, trying to figure out what the hells was going on. Because you should all be changing. There should be a small army of mind flayers out there. But you're not. Weird powers aside, you seem perfectly normal. Mind flayers reproduce by infecting someone with their parasite. 7 gruesome days later, the victim transforms and a new mind flayer is born. The thing in your skull, though, it's different to anything in our records. It's one of their worms for sure. But this one gives you powers. Telepathic connections. And it doesn't turn you into one of them. Not yet, anyhow. Could be. But there's a lot we don't know. Infected, folks like you, have been converging on an old temple of Selûne. And I've no idea why. When Master Halsin heard the adventurers were heading that way, he saw a chance to get answers. Joined on the spot. Whatever he found there, he didn't make it back.
Oops, we gotta go to find him then.
The thing is, I've sent birds to find him. But the place is rotten with goblins. None of us can even get close. You, though, you're one of them. Technically speaking, I mean. They won't kill someone carrying their parasite. If you can find Halsin and get him out of there, we can discover what he learned. And perhaps he can save your life. How's that sound?
I have an issue with that statement. It's not the goblins' parasites. Mind flayers. Right?
Thank you. It would mean everything to the Grove. To me. I wish I could tell you more. But only those adventurers know what happened out there.
Like
all I can say for sure is they all went to the old temple of Selûne. And Master Halsin didn't make it back. Good luck out there. And if things start to go bad, remember the vial. Remember your oath.
Okay, so this actually seems like a very good spot to stop.
Never tried it, and
I'm
like to keep it that way.
about 13-14 minutes over from where I want to actually be. So, with that in mind, I'm going to stop the recording here. I'm going to go ahead and just move out of this area so I don't get locked in by accident. Before I do that, though. Okay, good. And then next time I get a chance to play, I'll go through and grab another recording, and we'll see where the story leads us. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this particular episode, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.